Walk down this hallway and you'll see hundreds of giant, imposing doors. Most of them stay closed forever. We often assume life-changing opportunities are locked away because they're impossible to reach, but the reality is much colder. They disappear because we hesitate. One door stands out, a slab of pure gold, pulsing with light. Ancient symbols slowly glow across its surface, marking it as a rare occurrence. This door opens exactly once in your lifetime. Stepping through means trading your current comfort for the specific weight of the word carved into the wood. But if you walk past it, the handle locks. The opportunity doesn't vanish. It simply belongs to the next person who arrives. We see the same pattern in musicians, inventors, and athletes. They stand inches from the handle, fingers hovering over the gold. Then they pull back. They tell themselves they need more time, more training, or a better plan. The barrier between an average life and a remarkable one is rarely a lack of talent. It is the paralyzing wait for a feeling of readiness that never actually arrives. This stall tactic is a survival mechanism. Our brains evolved to prioritize safety over progress, so we categorize creative or professional risk as a threat to our physical survival. This matrix shows how the mind tricks itself. It flags action as a red, high-risk zone and funnels your behavior toward delay, labeling it as the safe green option. But waiting is an active drain. As time passes on the x-axis, the value inside that safe box evaporates. Delaying a choice isn't a neutral pause. It is a slow leak of potential. Every opportunity has an invisible expiration timer. The world moves at its own pace, and the moment your timer hits zero, the chance transfers to the first person willing to move without a map. In the context of a life-changing chance, a non-decision functions as a decision to fail. You find yourself back at the golden door, realizing there is no keyhole and no password. It responds to only one thing: a finalized decision to turn the handle. As you reach out, your shadow self steps into the light. This is the version of you built out of every maybe tomorrow. His eyes are empty because they've spent years watching others take the lead. Every time you overthink, you add to this chart. This is the debt of inaction. It's a compounding cost that grows every time you prioritize comfort over the risk of being a beginner. This debt pays for the room of lost opportunities. It's a museum of your potential, the businesses you didn't start, and the books you didn't write, all preserved in glass cases you can see but never touch. While you stand in this room, the world is moving. The dream you are hesitating on is currently being built by someone else who decided being unready wasn't a good enough reason to stop. Your greatest rival isn't another person in your field. It is the weight of your own wasted minutes. As the debt of inaction peaks, the golden door begins to swing shut. The light is narrowing. The time for deliberation has expired. This is a point of no return. When the luxury of later is removed, your brain is forced to stop analyzing and start acting. The pressure of the closing door does what your willpower couldn't. Fear asks what happens if you fail. But with the light almost gone, a more urgent question takes over. What happens if you stay exactly where you are? You lunge forward, pushing past the shadow self. You run toward the sliver of light and throw yourself through the gap a split second before the heavy gold slams into the frame. True commitment only begins when the option to wait is physically removed from the room. On the other side, there is no throne or pile of gold. There is only a narrow, dusty road that stretches toward the horizon. The road is blocked by heavy stones labeled with things you wanted to avoid: criticism, rejection, and self-doubt. You have to climb over every single one to move forward. We usually get the logic wrong. The myth is that we must find confidence before taking action. A red X shows this doesn't exist. The actual mechanism is a loop. You take action, survive obstacles, and that experience generates the confidence for the next step. At the end of the road, you find a mirror. You don't see a shadow or a dreamer anymore. You see someone who has been hardened by the friction of the path. The door provided the pressure needed to choose. The road provided the obstacles needed to grow. The result wasn't a gift. It was earned through the decision to start. The hallway disappears. You're back in your room, it's 6 a.m., and the dream is over. But the logic remains. These doors don't appear in ancient halls. They appear in your inbox, your morning routine, and your difficult conversations. You have a golden door right now. It might be the business you haven't registered, the skill you haven't practiced, or the truth you haven't spoken. If you feel yourself hesitating, ask the only question that matters. If I walk away today, will I regret it tomorrow? Life rewards the people who move. Go to the comments, write down the one decision you've been postponing, and take the first step today.